What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. I just wanted to say real quick, if you enjoy the video, if you could give me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. And feel free to make any comments you have about opinions or questions. Hope you guys enjoy. What's up, guys? So today we are going to go through actually every single knife that I carry throughout week, month, whatever. What I mean by that, these are the knives that I actually leave out, like on a shelf, for example, that I might actually pick to carry today. This isn't every knife that I have in total, but it's kind of weeded out the ones that I don't carry. They're not even out, for example. They're like stashed away in a box. But yeah, these are the ones that I actually carry throughout the day, or sorry, day to day. Obviously not all of them at once, but it's just kind of what I alternate through, what I pick, just my favorite ones, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna just run through all of them. I thought it'd be fun, a quick way to introduce you or maybe a new viewer to really a whole bunch of knives, and really some very different knives, pocket knives and full-tang knives. But yeah, with that being said, we'll hop right into it. I just have to pick which knife I want to do first. Let's go ahead and do the Boker Plus Strike. This runs, the blade's 3.25 inches. It's D2 steel. Obviously, as you saw, automatic. Locks open and locks closed. So here you can see I can't close it. I also, even with it unlocked, I have to push the button for it to close, obviously, but you can kind of double check yourself there and lock it open even more so. Like I said, I think I mentioned it's D2 steel already. It's just a stainless steel handle. For it being 100% metal, it's fairly light. Good ergonomics. I really have carried this a good bit. I've had this coming up on a year and a half. And have really no complaints about it, hence why it's still on the shelf. As I said, it's actually one that I'm going to pick to carry. I definitely carry this at least once a week. It was a great find. It's right about $65. And like I said, no complaints. Awesome knife. So, what do we want to do next? This is the Western Active Honey Badger. So this one's a little bit bigger. I believe the blade's 4 inches, handle's 4.5. It is 8CR 13 MOV steel, so very budget steel, getting close to borderline, not gonna carry. But it's overall a good knife, extremely budget and affordable option. That is one thing about the channel. If you're new here, not really too sure, I do focus pretty heavily on budget, affordable, but high quality stuff that works. I'm really all about buying and only carrying what you really need, and no more, no less. So yeah, Western Active Honey Badger, good flipper action, liner lock. It has a stainless steel center in there, so it is nice and strong, but they have a grippy plastic on the outside that I've never had any complaints about. I really have no complaints about the knife. The clip's nice and strong. All the hardware has been nice, and it actually came very sharp. That is one thing about 8CR 13 MOV steel. Yes, it's a very budget steel, but they do come very sharp, so that is a nice feature about them. We really experienced that from multiple brands. But yeah, the Honey Badger, this one comes in about $40, very affordable as well, and really nice little pocket knife. Up next, I'm going to go ahead and get this one out of the way. So if you're new to the channel, you probably know this is a Benchmade bug out, but I actually have 2 videos on this. I did an original video. It was really, I recently had gotten it. I didn't have a ton of experience with Benchmade, because obviously if I'm all about budget, that does not equal Benchmade. But then I actually did a second video. I actually really think this is a fake, so I'm not going to give opinions on it. I really believe this is a fake, just because there's certain features about it. The butterfly is a little too far out from a little bit of research that I've done. And I actually also broke the tip. It literally chipped off from hitting my desk. I'm doing this video on real SV S30V steel would not do that. And overall, like, it just feels really cheap, and I just don't think it's a Benchmade. So If you want to know the story as to how I really think it's fake, I have videos on that in the channel. Go ahead and find them. And really how I think I came about it, because I actually did get it from a real store. So that was very disappointing. But anyways, we're going to move on past that. I'll go ahead and get this out of the way too. So this is a Kershaw Speed Safe. I tried to find this online again. I picked this up at a local store, and I cannot find this one for sale anywhere. So if you really, I felt bad. I had somebody comment and said, where did you get that one? Where can I find it? And I unfortunately had to say, I honestly don't see it available anywhere, but it is a Kershaw Speed Safe. I'm sure they have like this year's model of this knife out, but this is exactly what you can't find. And really overall, it's a Kershaw. It's decent. The blade material isn't amazing. The ergonomics aren't amazing. It's just, but it's a knife and it works, and they're very affordable, like in the $35 range. So really no complaints there. I don't carry that one too much, but it still makes it on the shelf, just barely. So we'll mix it up and go full tang next. This is a Vortec. I'll be honest, I don't know a ton about this. This was like a scrolling online and saw that it looked awesome and had to get it. It's an Ultratech. Vortec is the brand. Unfortunately for this as well, I could only find this on eBay. Not used, it is new on eBay, but so I'm not really sure who's selling these. This wasn't a crazy well-known brand buy. I bought this a while ago just because I love the shape and look of it. I mean, it's pretty sweet. It came fairly sharp. I sharpened it a little bit more. It's definitely going to be a tactical combatives purpose. Definitely not opening boxes with this, but I do carry it from time to time. I just think it's pretty cool, and I would use it if you know, it came down to it. So yeah. Ooh, let's see. Next, let's get the one that I might get a little bit of hate from. Yes, it's an M-Tech. I mostly bought this because it's 13 bucks and because of the design. This wasn't really one that I was going to carry a lot. I just really liked how it looked. I mean, it had the "Don't Tread on Me" snake on it. How do I not buy that? Obviously. But I got it, and it's heavy, and I like that it's heavy. Has a really nice spring assist. And it didn't come super sharp, but it's just pretty much stainless steel, so it's really easy to sharpen. It's a beater knife, and I really have no problem with that. If this gets dirty, if I lose it, you know, there's all kind of stuff you can get into, hunting, fishing, whatever. You're like, what's a knife that I can carry that I actually wouldn't care if I lost it, got it muddy, dropped it in water, you know, you fill in the blank, and this is that knife for me. It's been fine. The liner lock works well. It's sturdy. It's nothing crazy, but it'll do, especially if I'm trying to find something that I really wouldn't care if I lost. It was $13, and they're on Amazon. So, but let's see. Up next, we're gonna go with, this is the Kizer Assassin. Now, this is one of my most carried. It's a button lock. It's not spring assist or anything, but it has great action, and you can just open it with the button lock as well. So super fun knife. It is 154 cm steel, so that's a nice mid-grade there. This runs about $70. Stainless steel in the handle with a micarta on the outside. Yeah, overall great knife, and this is one that I really carry a ton. So let's see, let's keep going. So this is the CRKT Vox Piot, another crazy affordable option that I found a while ago that I was very impressed with. I believe this is 8CR13 steel as well. Oh, I feel like I'm blanking a little bit on that. But I believe that's what it is. Came very sharp. It's a little bit on the smaller side, but that's no problem. There's really a purpose for every size knife at some point. Like, you know, if I'm wearing mesh shorts, I'm really going to go with this probably because it's the lightest that I have as well. I can flip it open, so it's still fun. And 20 bucks on Blade HQ, very affordable. While I'm talking about all that, if you're interested in one of the knives, I'm not gonna list all of these, but if you comment and say, hey, send me reply back to me the link of whatever knife you're interested in, I will do that. I usually reply really fast, so just feel free to comment and I'll get you right to where you're looking to go if you're interested in any of these knives. But anyways, just moving on. So one that I got more recently that I'm super impressed and super happy with is the Ontario Knife Company Rat 2 in the D2 steel and the army green color. This thing's pretty freaking sweet. It's kind of a unique shape, just with how wide the blade is. I feel like most knives, well, here, for example, obviously a lot wider. So this is pretty cool. I really like this when I, again, might need something light. It's D2 steel. I love D2 steel for budget knives, and it's nice and sharp. It came nice and sharp as well. You can get this on Amazon for 40 bucks. Blade HQ is 38, but for shipping. So really good ergonomics, and like you see me flip it open a couple times. Overall, really, really excellent knife. Incredibly affordable as well. Oh, let's see. Well, since I already opened this one, we'll go ahead and do this. The Spyderco Tenacious. So this one you can get a little beefed up in a nicer grade of steel, and that jumps to $80. But this is just kind of the basic, the original one. Really good Spyderco, great ergonomics, came nice and sharp, but it is 8CR13 steel. Some people really don't like that. For just recognizing who I am, and that's just, I'm using day-to-day normal tasks. I don't really do anything on a consistent basis that I'm beaten by knives that bad. But that's why I do have other knives that have harder steel. But just going into the office, I really don't think I'm going to run into anything that this is not going to be able to handle. One thing I actually like about this is, so you can see the clips up here, but I can put it on this side or put it on the bottom. I really need to put it on the bottom. I think that's where I'm gonna like it the best, but that's pretty sweet. And obviously Spyderco, awesome flipper action in really multiple different ways, and overall great knife. I mean, it's Spyderco. I don't really think I need to tell anybody that. I got this one on Amazon. It was like 60 bucks. You probably could find it maybe a little cheaper somewhere else if you really hunted. But yeah. All right, let's see. We only have a couple left. So, let's go ahead and do, this is another one I got recently. This is the Ryuk. I made it in the original video that I introduced this knife to the channel. I'm not sure that I said the name right. Not sure that I am still. Is it Ryuk? Is it Ryuk? Let me know in the comments. But just, I think it's Ryuk, I think. But however the heck you say their name, they make some pretty good knives. This is a nice flipper action. Let's see. This is a 14, I couldn't remember there for a second. It's a 14 C28N steel. It's actually a mid-grade steel as well, so that's pretty good. Technically, if you're looking at like the charts, for example, this would rank higher than D2. So it's pretty impressive, especially because this knife as well is $40. Obviously some crazy design on there. It's a little bit beefy of a knife. It's a little thick, but it comes with a strong clip, so it's all good. And obviously, as you saw, nice little flipper action. I love the blade shape as well. It's super cool. But yeah, I've been carrying this one a good bit, really just for show, almost for looks. Plus, it's a nice mid-grade steel, and it came nice and sharp. So overall, great choice as well. Like I said, it's really right at $40. I can't believe it's 40 bucks. So, all right. So next, really probably one of my most used and toughest knives that I have is the Essie Izula 2. This is 1095 steel, so only concern there would be a rusting. So if you work in the water, I guess you might not want this, but they do put a really nice finish on it to help prevent that. So I think they show that they are aware of that. 1095 steel is still a nice mid-grade, but that's the only thing. It rusts a little bit easier. But overall, excellent knife. Like I said, probably my most used, most beat up knife, really one of my toughest knives. This one in particular, I love showing off the sheath. So I'll just show you nice retention on the sheath and really strong clip. If you're looking for a knife, highly recommend Essie. If you want smaller, they have a little bit smaller options that really look just like this, and they have plenty of bigger options as well. This runs about $85, but really good knife for the money still. So I'll go ahead and do, this is the CRKT Razzle Compact. I view this as a really awesome little work knife as well. Very affordable. It's right at like the $45 range, and it has these serrades on top. I use that for all kind of string, fishing line, and that kind of thing. It comes with a nice Kydex sheath as well. D2 steel, came nice and sharp. Absolutely no complaints, would highly recommend. So I definitely carry this. I've been carrying this fairly often because this is a perfect example of I don't carry more than I need. Obviously, this is nice and small, and I think that is awesome. I did a whole video on just this knife alone if you want to check that out. Overall, really good knife. CRKT did a good job. I don't have too many CRKT knives. I know some people don't love them. I kind of totally understand, but they have a couple in there that I think are pretty good. So next, the Civivi Elementum. This I know is a very well-known knife. Good ergonomics, D2 steel. I want to say the blade is 2.5 inches. Might be a tiny bit off on there, but yep. Stainless steel liner on the handle, and it's a liner lock. Overall, excellent knife. Good ergonomics. Like I said, comes nice and sharp. Good flipper action as well. Absolutely no complaints. 50 bucks, perfect. If you're looking for a one and done, just a simple little pocket knife, maybe a gentleman's pocket knife, you could wear this with dress pants. This is the way to go. Really awesome knife. Civivi did an excellent job. They also have one that is a push button lock, like the Kaiser I showed you a little bit ago. It costs a little bit more, but not much if you really like that feature, but you want this knife, well, that exists. So that's awesome. Last knife I have, barely could fit it on the screen, is the Gerber Exo Mod. I picked this up a little bit ago because I just noticed how lean and light it is. I carry this right on my body and I pull this. Really, this would be for combat use in a really bad scenario. I've said on the channel before, I really have no interest in knife fighting. Still don't. Hope I never have to. But I definitely trust this knife. I think it's a good little knife, nice and light. No one knows I'm carrying it. That's the other thing, since it's so small. Excuse me. It's light and slim. It's not necessarily small, so that's kind of what I like about it. This also has a nice Kydex sheath that has really good retention on it. So yeah. It's kind of just a quick little video. I guess it wasn't that quick. Wow, we're at 17 minutes of all the knives that I actually carry. I've really loved doing this channel. I love knives and EDC gear. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to like and comment. I would greatly appreciate it. And with that, I'll see y'all next time.